All right, Kyle. Question number 1. You have to
Kyle.
rank our friends.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah, you have to. You're on recording now. You have to rank our friend group.
Don't get
Oh.
canceled, Kyle.
Rank the friend group? I'm not fucking doing that.
Do it.
Why? You're not paying me to do that shit.
I'll pay you right now.
You're an intern. You don't get paid.
Exactly.
Hey, some internships do.
True.
Which one?
I don't know. A lot of business ones do.
Yeah, all the ones that you get like talked about, like, oh, internships are really good, and then when you go to apply for one, you're like, actually, it's free. Like, you don't get paid.
It's like, get me a coffee and
Yeah,
go through my emails.
bitch work.
Are you gonna rank them or not?
Why am I gonna rank them? You guys are all my top friends. What do you want from me?
That is so false. You're telling me Dylan and Reed are on the same level? That is not true.
Jeez. Calling out Dylan on the pod? The one
like he's gonna watch it.
He's always like, yeah, I watch it. Never does.
No, he doesn't. Guarantee you he doesn't. Are you gonna rank them or not?
I'm not ranking them. No.
This is your tier list. This is literally why you're on right now.
Oh my gosh. I thought it was on here because I actually had a segment on here.
Yeah, that. Well, no, we're letting you do a whole episode. We're having Riz on the next episode.
Oh, I'm not special now?
No, we're literally giving you like 45 minutes of our time on the show.
Yeah.
Before Riz.
Yeah.
Let's see. If I had to rank the friends, Pat, Reed, Riz, Collins, all on the top. Dylan's all the way down here. You guys are all the way up here.
Wow. That is such a cop out. Where do you rank B Fong in that?
I don't really talk to Bob, so more of an acquaintance, I guess.
I wouldn't even say he's an acquaintance. I don't even hear boo from him.
I haven't talked to him since like probably junior year.
Yeah.
I need
I'm
more
an idiot.
Yeah, Pat. I need more enthusiasm about the Pats. They're almost there. Can make the playoffs, man.
Fuck you.
The
Fuck
Steelers
you.
might
Yeah,
be-
and the Bills are gonna Bills are fucking gonna have their starters. It's not looking good. I put $60 on the Pats though. So.
Hey, if you want, I'll throw $60 with you.
You want to? I can do it.
All right.
You want to do it?
Fuck it. I'll Venmo you right now.
The spread's actually not bad. The spread, it's like point. I think it's plus 300 something.
We're going. Let's buy.
All right. Huh?
I
Let's
expect
buy.
for the league. Hold on. I will forget after this. Pimo.
All right, Pat. I sent you $60.
All right. I'll put it in. I have to be in the state of Rhode Island. So when I go to my girlfriend's place tomorrow, I will place the bet.
Got it.
Yeah. Let's ride.
Yo, did you see the video I showed you of all the people trolling Russell Wilson?
Yeah, dude, that's like back in August.
Sorry, I thought it was funny.
No, it was just funny. You were sending the YouTube reels, and they were all from like 6 months ago.
That's how you just know that Kyle doesn't use his phone that much.
Yeah.
When he's sending videos that are like from 5 months ago, and you're like, oh, he's not really tapped in, is he?
The YouTube Shorts.
That's not a bad thing to be not tapped in.
No,
It's actually probably good.
Tapped in. Yeah.
That'd be
love
actually
not
very
to
good.
be. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, like no phone freedom.
Yep.
That'd be awesome. All right.
All right, let's get into it. Let's talk some sports.
And NS episode 9. We're on 9 already.
Episode 9.
Yeah. Oof.
Already starting off the episode with a bang.
We're already. Hey, you off Collins? We only made it to episode 4, I think.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
But dude, this one killing the game.
Yep, we got our haters, we got our lovers, but hey, at the end of the day, we're just guys talking about sports. We don't take it that serious. We don't really know anything.
No.
No,
I think you do.
I think they think we're analysts. We're not that. We're just eye test. We're just eye test guys. That's it.
We're just here to make some sense of what's going on.
We're like the guys. You're watching a game in a bar and they just say stupid shit. That's us.
That's literally us.
Yeah. All right. Should we first start off the correct way?
Yeah, probably.
Prayers up to Damar Hamlin. Yeah. Prayers up. That's horrible. Oh my god, that was scary.
Yeah, prayers up to him and his fam. Yeah, that's pretty rough to see.
I guess they're saying his uncle is saying that it was 100. He was 100% on the machine. Now it's only down to 50%.
Yeah,
so it looks like slowly getting his oxygen back. So that's good. Hopefully makes it out alive. And then yeah, dude, that's just the part of the sport. It's scary. Shit like that can happen.
Yeah,
horrible.
It's the could happen, but hasn't happened. So it's one of those things where people don't put too much attention to it, but in the back of their minds, it's always a possibility. And it happened. Whether what happened, why it happened, how it happened is still undetermined. But yeah, prayers out to him and hope he gets recovers from this and isn't life threatening.
Exactly. So, talking about that, do you guys think they handled that properly, or do you think they fumbled the ball with it?
Neither. I think in a situation that is kind of unprecedented, right? That you really have never yet to see. It's like, what can you judge it off of that they fumbled it on? Granted, granted from a human aspect, it's like, hey, cancel the game. But we've seen it with, look back at, Navarre Bowman shattering his leg in the NFC title game and then just pause the game for 30 to 45 minutes, right? Think about Nick Collins on the Packers. Ryan Shazier, exactly. He couldn't move at the time.
Yeah, that was scary. And
he couldn't move it. Even last year in the NFC wildcard game with the Rams and the Cardinals, Budda Baker, he got stinged hard and got passed and went unconscious, right? And it was almost like take 15, take 30, and then resume the game, which is almost like when you administer CPR, like that's something. It's totally different, but like, I don't know how you can. I don't know. I don't think that we can like pin them for messing up that badly when like we haven't seen anything like this before. But that's just me.
I just don't think they have procedures in place to like, it's not like a very thing that happens all the time. Having that life-threatening stuff like that. Hopefully, they're better prepared in the future when it comes to that. But you're gonna have those people who are like, the game needs to keep going on. I got to win my fantasy championship. And you got the other people who are like, you know what, like a life is more important than whatever. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I think either way, some side's gonna be upset whether or not they play the game, don't play the game. I personally, at the end of the day, it doesn't really affect me whether or not they play it. Sure, I lost a couple bucks, but like, it's kind of, these player safety is important. You know what I mean?
True. It's kind of weird. It's like the NFL kind of put it in the coach's hands to make that decision, which was kind of weird.
I don't even think they did. They more like less just kind of left it in the refs' hands, right? It was kind of the coaches that were like, no.
Yeah, no. The coaches, I think, put their foot down, and now they're saying they didn't issue a re-warm up period, which I don't know if I buy that.
I doubt that. Yeah, I doubt that they definitely administered that. Like they definitely told the ref like take 5. Like look at we were just going through a whole list. We probably missed the most recent one in Tua in Cincinnati, right? And that game resumed how many minutes after the fact? And that dude looked just kind of how he did, you know what I mean? Like, so
that was a scarier hit. You know what I'm saying? That was a scarier hit to Tua than that. Like that was just kind of like a routine football play.
Right. Yeah.
Like Tee Higgins was trying to get the extra yard. I mean, he's getting death threats, but I don't think he did it intentionally. I don't think he meant any harm by it. I think he's probably feeling pretty bad about himself as well. Hey, this is like fans just ruin sports for everyone when they do shit like this.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you miss a field goal. All right, let's go go find out where he lives and tell him he sucks. Like, I'm gonna kill your family. Like, no, like just
The game.
something shitty happened. Just let them live their lives, you know?
Those people, right? And those people shitting on Tee Higgins are the same people that were calling to stop the game, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody was calling to stop the game, but also like, like you have to have a handoff there, dude. Like for everybody that's shitting on Tee Higgins, Tee Higgins is just doing his job. You know,
Trying to get every yard. Every yard
literally.
he can.
What do you think is gonna happen?
Name of the game.
Like, how do you even like play that game now? Like, do you start it like over because it was only a few minutes in, or do you like just go from that exact play where they were?
I don't think they do. Because you're looking at this, it's way too late in the season. You're going to tell me the Bills, you're going to try to convince the Bills, both playoff teams, to play an extra game when they're going to go on a playoff run. I don't think either of them are going to agree to that, you know?
Yeah, no. That game's going to get voided.
No.
Be like a no contest.
Yeah.
That's
so now the science of it is, how does that affect the seeding?
So it honestly didn't matter for Buffalo or Cincinnati because if Kansas City would have won, they would have had the number 1 seed. So Buffalo would have had to beat Cincy last night, beat the Patriots, and I believe Kansas City lose to Vegas to get the first seed. So
Okay.
obviously Kansas City is probably going to beat Vegas, right? High probability.
I don't know. We don't know that. Jarrett
Yeah.
Stidham looks like the future goat.
Yeah, but is it official Mahomes is playing?
That's a question mark, yeah.
Or is it Chad Henne? Because if it like, even then, I honestly don't think that's a. I think by week 17, everybody knows what's happening.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong.
They probably sit Mahomes in that case. Well, because if that game's voided, then they just probably keep it the way it is, right?
Right. Yeah.
The seeding.
Yeah, Bull. If it's voided, then Kansas City has the higher seed because they have they have more wins than they have one more win than Buffalo and Cincinnati. Which then you just have Buffalo at 2, Cincinnati at 3, for Jacksonville or Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it really matters, to be honest.
No.
And I would, given the situation, I think if you were to ask the teams, I think they would care less. They're going to get a playoff game at home.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless, and if you just give a prime example of Tennessee last year, you could tell the first seed really doesn't have too much value to it.
No, it's only two. Well, there's a couple. Lambeau, not so much. Arrowhead Stadium, that gets loud. That's a real home field advantage. And then probably Seattle too. That's a real home field advantage. Gets loud.
But Miami.
Those are probably the only 2 stadiums that actually matters. Home field.
Miami.
Yeah, what? They're fans that just started watching this year.
Yeah.
No, the way that the stadium's laid out is that the visiting field's bench gets to over 100 degrees.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, they also have to wear dark jerseys on top of that, so that's even more hotter.
True. But we're talking, they're playing in the winter, so I don't think it's going to get that hot.
I don't know, man.
It's going to be. I mean, the humidity down there, but it's probably going to be 70s, 80s. No, it's not going to go up to 100. I mean, unless there's a crazy heat wave.
Yeah, but I agree. There's not many stadiums that really give you that big home advantage.
Kansas City.
Yeah, Gillette. Yeah, Kansas City, yeah. And Seattle. Only 2 loudest stadiums in the NFL. All right, NFL playoff picture. Who do you guys think is getting in?
The Saints Stadium, too. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but that just clicked. Sorry, go ahead.
Collins, who do you think's sneaking in for the last playoff spots in the AFC? Go.
I think Pittsburgh.
You think Pittsburgh?
I don't know. I take that back, but I still think New England. Just from what I saw from Pittsburgh Sunday night, I was like, that team actually looks kind of complete in how they're playing in big moments with Kenny Pickett leading the charge on that. But they have a tough path to go. They need the Jets to win. And that's going to be tough, I think.
Yep.
Because
what
think,
is it?
What?
It's Jets. Is it Jets Dolphins?
Yeah.
Jets Dolphins.
Jets Dolphins.
Yeah, they need Jets win. They need the Pats to lose, right?
Yeah.
But it's also
they need 2 losses.
Tua is not playing. Teddy Bridgewater might not be playing with his finger.
And the Steelers have to win as well.
Mm-hmm.
Against Cleveland, who's kind of red hot.
I got to pick the Jags over the Titans. I think the Jags got it.
Yeah, I think the Jags got. I want the Jags.
Yeah, I think everyone wants the Jags.
I'd like to see a change.
Me too.
But yeah, right now, 1 Chiefs, 2 Bills, 3 Bengals, 4 Jaguars potentially, 5 Chargers, 6 Ravens, and then it's going to be either Patriots, Dolphins, or Steelers because the Titans aren't sneaking in. So
no.
Well, they're probably just going to run the ball the entire time. All the Jags have to do is just stop that run. They should be fine. Josh Dobbs is not the greatest quarterback. He just literally started his first NFL game last week, so.
True.
Yeah, but
that is true.
Did you watch that game?
I was watching that game. My resident, Juju Chestnut.
Shout out. Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart alum.
Yep.
Those wide receivers were not helping Dobbs out at all.
No.
Passes.
He dropped a couple passes that were like right. I feel like if it's in your fingertips and you're like right there, that's not a QB fault. I think Josh Dobbs played pretty well for, given the fact that he hasn't really started too many games, obviously, but, goes back and forth. But I just think that those Tennessee wide receivers really aren't the greatest. When you lost A.J. Brown, huge loss right there.
Yeah. And then Robert Woods been injured, and I don't think anyone can really name what is it.
It's also
Trey Burks. This is the other.
Yeah, Trey Burks, who actually he went on a little bit of a tear.
But he's just been.
He kind of fell off.
He got smoked.
With Tannehill not being healthy this season, Malik Willis not being I have the best opportunity to throw, and Dobbs coming in 8 days' notice, having that chemistry building, I think might be a reason why those receivers were dropping the ball. But I agree, if it touches your hands, you got to catch it. That's on the receiver, but maybe it's a chemistry thing. That'd be the only excuse I would give them.
But you also have to look at Malik Willis's past 3 games. He's thrown for over less than 100 yards each game when he started the past 3.
Yep.
So I'm not saying that he didn't try, but I could see why they went with Dobbs in the first place, just because my guy, you have to have an offensive threat. You can't just be Derrick Henry running the ball.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Well, it's very telling that they went with Dobbs so quickly over Willis, so they probably don't think he's ready.
Yeah.
Or they don't, at least with not Derrick Henry, as a security blanket for him. But
that's the
he
thing,
hasn't
right?
really shown.
Because they started Dobbs after Henry was ruled out, so I wonder that they were like, all right, well, Willis can't have there's nobody Willis to hide behind. He's just gonna get exposed. I don't know. It's a tough thinking process there. But they kind of rested them for the Jags game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. NFC, you're saying?
He does. Yeah, we'll know. Well, is Derrick Henry playing this week or no?
Yeah,
he should be.
Yeah, that's why he was out on Thursday night.
He usually goes for 200 against the Jags.
Yeah, no, he runs up on the Jags. But the Jags also beat Tennessee earlier this year.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Trevor Lawrence could have that, crazy game again.
I hope he does. I want to see him do
3 touchdowns, 3 or 4. Yeah. Evan Ingram caught 2 of them.
T-Law.
T-Law. So on the NFC side,
same Packers.
Packers. It's between Seahawks, Lions, Packers. We going Packers?
I'm going Packers because I was looking at it. The Seahawks have the Seahawks are in right now, but they have a less likelihood of making the playoffs than the Packers because of more division or conference wins.
Yep.
That's crazy. I'm gonna go with the Packers just because they control their own fate.
Sunday night, Aaron Rodgers, game of the year for him. My take is on the line. My pride is on the line. He's going to beat the Lions. I love the Lions, but the Packers are hot right now. They just shut down Justin Jefferson, which I didn't think that was ever going to happen. They're hot.
And Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. No, they shut that Vikings offense down. They said they would, and they did.
That Vikings team is a bunch of frauds. They're getting exposed.
Yeah, well, yeah. They're literally they're 12-4, but they have a negative point differential.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And they're underdogs against the Bears.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think offensive pass interference definitely helped the Vikings a lot this season because you have to think they're just throwing it to Justin Jefferson every third down play. Even you saw it against the Pats when they played against each other. It's not hard. Just fucking stop Justin Jefferson and you're fine. Kirk Cousins really can't throw it to anyone else. You know.
Oh,
really, he has that trust
in
Hawkinson
now. I mean, it's very Kirk is a quarterback that's very when he's hot, when he's low, and he's low. He's not. He's cold. You know.
But
now,
I also,
if he picks it up.
But how much can you blame that on Kirk? You could blame a lot, like some of it on Kirk, but like, can we blame all of it on him?
No, I mean I think the Packers had a really good game plan. Because I mean, as you saw, Justin Jefferson, what did he put up 200 yards on him last time? Was it 3 tutties?
First game of the year, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had a game plan. I mean, Kirk, I don't know. He can be hot. He can be cold. I don't know. He's lost Kirk Thuggins. He's lost Kirk Thuggins though. He's not Kirk O'Chains anymore. He's struggling. Right in time for the playoffs. Not a good time to struggle.
Nope, not at all. Hopefully they'll find it before then. Because they're playing the Giants and the rematch that I'm waiting for because we're going to beat up on them in Minnesota.
Oh, now you're a Giants fan?
Been a Giants fan.
No, I know, but you're like thinking they're going to win.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely thought they were going to win after we lost to them too. When we played, I saw the match.
Really?
Right. Yeah, that's a team we could beat. And I'm not saying because we beat up on the 2-17 Colts, but I just think we could beat them.
I can see it.
It's a close game last time.
Yeah,
our close team.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you boys. I'm sitting here thinking like I might fly to Minnesota to go watch that game. If that's officially the seeding, I'm flying to
Minnesota. You got bread for that?
Nope. I got a car.
Credit card. Credit card.
I'll find my. If I have to sit outside of the stadium, I will do that. I'll watch it with a bunch of tailgaters. Oh, that'd be lit. That'd be some good content.
That would be awesome.
I definitely don't have money for a ticket to the game, but I can catch a ride out there.
Do a live.
Takes a nice little road trip. Just feel the vibes.
That'd be awesome.
I'll plant seeds in my own head that I shouldn't.
Oh no. Oh Jesus. Well,
how much do you think a ticket is? Let's see. Sorry.
A ticket? It's going to be expensive. For a playoff
Minnesota?
Game? Nah. Yeah, Minnesota fans are crazy, man.
Skull. There we go. Well,
Pat, while Collins is looking that up, let me ask you this. You think Geno Smith is going to be the starting quarterback next year for the Seahawks?
$170, boys.
Really?
Yeah. For 2 tickets?
I think we're all going to go.
$340. As much as I paid for 1 ticket to go to the Islanders Bruins game. Sorry.
Let's make a deal. He's putting 60 down on the Pats. I'm putting 60 down on the Pats. If we win that, we'll buy the tickets.
Yo, bet. Bet.
We'll buy the tickets. I don't know if I will go, but I'll buy your ticket.
Let's go.
To go.
No, we're all going.
We're all going? Okay.
Dude,
I'll use vacation time.
Tickets? Dude, I'd do that. That's once in a lifetime. I don't know. Wild card, I would have to see if the Giants were to advance. I don't know. All right, I like that prop though you put up there. I'll enjoy that for now.
If the Pats win, we'll go.
I bet.
Kyle's not going to go, but
no, Kyle's definitely not going to go. He's got something that day.
I always have something. When would the game be?
I think it's January. Not this weekend. Next weekend. January 13th, 14th, 15th. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend.
I have to see.
Yeah.
You actually weren't invited, but
yeah, I know.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm
No,
just
of course you can come. You're a Connecticut, New York fan. I guess we would call you guys that.
Well,
you're a silly Jet fan.
I wouldn't even count them as a New York team, to be honest.
No, the Jersey.
So, Kyle, do you want to comment? Do you want to comment on what you texted in the group chat about me being a fraud and I was wrong?
Well,
yeah, that was very premature of you. Very.
That and the Dwight Schrute
yeah
gif. I was like, wow. Okay.
That was like the knife when he first called you out for it. That was the knife going in it, and then the Dwight Schrute meme was like twisting it, or double out of nowhere.
Yeah,
well, I guess you're half. Just because the Giants haven't made the playoffs in a while, so they at least made that feat. I don't know how well they'll do in the playoffs, but
But
the Jets
Look.
Jets are frauds. I didn't deny that one at all. Once they kind of lost Breece Hall, whole dynamic kind of changed, and then they had to start throwing the ball more. You could just see Zach Wilson's not the guy.
Yeah, and I also don't think they put Mike White in the best situation to come back to.
He sucked though. He wasn't even doing that well either, So there's a couple throws I was like, what are you doing, But then again, it's like Pat was saying, Seattle's a tough place to be.
Tough place to be, tough defense this year. And just didn't figure him out. And also first game coming back from those rib injuries.
I think he was a little scared out there. Wasn't seeing ghosts like Zach Wilson, but definitely a little scared.
Yeah. I definitely don't think that any of those quarterbacks are your 2023 starters.
No, I think
nope.
I think they honestly trade Wilson. I know they keep saying that they won't, but I just don't see him being the guy.
But they just have to say that during the season to quiet the noise.
Yeah, but he just sucks, and all the haters can hate me for it, but the numbers don't lie. Fucking blows.
I think Geno will be the starting quarterback next year for Seattle.
No, I think Seattle's going to sign him 3 years, $75 million contract.
That sucks for Drew, though.
I think.
What's that?
I know. He's having a good time.
Yeah, Drew
you
Lock
see him on the sideline?
Yeah, Kyle, I think you'd be loving life when you're getting paid $35 million, $25 million guaranteed. You're not stressing. I think Denver already picked up his 5th-year option too, so I think he's in the 2 years in Seattle.
I wouldn't care, sitting on the bench, I'd be like, what's his name from Varsity Blues? Moxon. Just sitting on the bench reading a book.
Or Alex Moran, Blue Mountain State.
Alex Moran.
Best job is in the world, backup quarterback.
Also,
I was actually
real-life
watching
Alex
Blue Mountain
Moran.
State today.
Where is it on? Netflix?
Oh, it's on Freevee. It's like a free streaming service.
You
have to watch ads with it, but it's worth. I like Blue Mountain State. It's a great fucking show.
Pat Castle and the boys. The Oreo and the butt crack.
Yep.
Scene. That's great. The real life Alex Moran though is on the Los Angeles Chargers, and his name is Chase Daniel. That dude, I think, has only played in 5 games in his career. Been in the league.
Oh, he made a boatload.
2010, won a Super Bowl ring, backed up like the likes of Drew Brees, Mitchell Trubisky, Stafford, now Justin Herbert. Like, dude, that
Patty. Did you do Pat? He was Patty Mahomes too, right?
Yeah, he was with Kansas City.
He was Smith as well. He was Smith too, right? Alex Smith. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was he there for that? Or was that Chad Henne? That might have been Chad Henne.
No. Because Chase Daniel was there when Alex Smith was there, and then they brought Chad Henne in after because when who went to the Eagles? That was from the Kansas City coaching staff. Doug Peterson, because he used to be Kansas City's guy. He went there. Doug Peterson traded for him. He was the backup for Wentz's rookie year. What?
Let's get into the backups.
Oh, don't talk about backup quarterbacks. This is I
all right.
I have a whole book in my closet of all the backup quarterbacks back in the day.
Himmy G.
Right, so
I used to write them out.
Next podcast, we need a 32 tier list of backup quarterback rankings in the league.
Himmy G.
Who's one? Yeah, who's one and who's 32?
Himmy G.
Oh, number one, Marcus Mariota. That's backup quarterback. I didn't say starting.
Lord.
Himmy G. Well, was backup quarterback to Trey Lance this season.
That's true. Might be a backup to Brock Purdy.
That's an animal.
Might be.
That team
might be
a dark horse, boys. And like everybody's talking about him, but nobody's talking about him in the way that like they're talking about the Chiefs or the Bengals or the Bills. But that 49ers team is something else.
Wait, let me ask you this. Jimmy G comes back. He's healthy for the playoffs. You play him or do you play Brock Purdy? Has Purdy earned
always
this?
Say, got to go with the hot hand.
Yeah.
That's what always ruins teams is you put the guy back in.
As you can see in the top right corner of your background, you got to go Himmy G. He's him. You know what you're going to get from him. You don't know what you're going to get from Brock Purdy in a playoff game.
That's true.
You know Jimmy G. You know
he
Jimmy
led
G.
To the NFC title game.
Manage the hell out of a game, and he's going to get you there.
Ultimate promo. Clip it.
Going to get you there. NFC Championship. That's where he's going to take you. You know why? Because the NFC is full of frauds.
Oh, yeah.
Including the Niners. I don't think that they're, after last week, I don't think they're all that. No.
Really? Oh, I think that. I think the Niners.
You're going to tell me. You're going to tell me. Fucking Jarrett Stidham on the fucking Raiders.
Dude, any given Sunday.
Took you to overtime.
Any given Sunday.
Took you to overtime.
Robbie Gould missed the field goal. They would have won it, first of all. They would have won it first.
Saturday. Wait, did the Colts beat? I can't even remember. Jeff Saturday beat the Raiders, right?
Yep.
You're telling me Jeff Saturday coming off the street beat the Raiders, and the Niners struggle?
Dude, I'm telling you, the Niners make it further than the Eagles, and they make it further than the Cowboys.
No, that's a fact. And because the NFC's a bunch of frauds.
And they make it further than the Vikings.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's literally going to be 49ers versus a lower seed between the Giants and the Packers. Or Buccaneers. Buccaneers, probably.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
NFC title game. Oh,
the NFC
hot take.
I will. No, I agree. I agree with your hot take. The NFC, your record does not matter. Your seeding doesn't really matter in that.
Nope.
Because you got Aaron Rodgers potentially in there, and you got Tom Brady. When those two guys, when it comes down to the moment, you're picking them 10 times out of 10 times in a playoff.
Also,
game. Sorry, you're doing
the Brady different, I would think, but it's kind of similar with the Rodgers-Packers situation. This Packers team has nothing to lose because they're not even like everybody already wrote them off, right? Now they're writing them back, but everybody wrote them off.
Okay, Geno Smith.
Lyrical god.
I have to say, Pat was the only person who believed in the Packers. I wrote him off. I kept telling him. Takes wrong. And then, I don't know. Freaking came out of nowhere.
There's two men you never bet against. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Two men. Throughout their whole careers, you never bet against them.
And he cut his hair, too. That's 2010 Aaron Rodgers vibes. And you know what happened in 2010? Hold up, Pat. I know you know this. Kyle, go on your Google machine there, on your phone, and type in the 2010 Green Bay Packers. Tell me what pulls up.
Sure.
I can use Microsoft Edge. Actually, I use Yahoo as my search engine.
I use
Fuck
Bing.
Let's see.
This is taking way too long.
Yeah, dude. What type of Wi-Fi you got over there?
It's not like it pops up. You know, it just says
2010 Green Bay Packers.
2010 Green Bay Packers roster stats schedule.
Oh my! They won the Super Bowl, man.
Doesn't say
There
that.
we go.
They won the Super Bowl.
Kind of figured. Why are you gonna make me do that?
Because it would have been a cool moment
Yeah.
if you would have read, "Oh, they won the Super Bowl."
It
It would
doesn't
have been
say.
a good clip art. All right. Well, 2010 they won the Super Bowl, and Aaron Rodgers had short hair. Now Aaron Rodgers has short hair again. And by the way, they were the 6th seed when they won it. All I gotta say. And now they're going to be the 7th seed, which at the time was the same as the 6th, which is now the 6th seed. So the Packers might win the chip, boys.
I don't know. It's hard if they go. Those AFC teams are pretty good.
Fuck those AFC. All right, yeah, they are.
So no, but we'll get into it. AFC. Yeah, Chiefs, Bills, Bengals is probably the three-headed monster that you think are the favorites. But the NFC and AFC are very different. There's literally the AFC is like three teams I could see myself being like, oh, they can win it. You know?
Bengals, Chiefs,
Bengals, because they're all hot at the right time and they're good.
Yeah.
Three of the best quarterbacks in the league, you know.
I could see the Chargers making a push, but I don't know.
I just
They
think
just don't have the experience yet.
you can't go against Mahomes.
No.
Yeah.
Can't go against Mahomes, but you also can't go against Burrow against Mahomes.
Yep.
They do.
Also,
they do
you don't know how Josh Allen's gonna be playing with against Mahomes, like looking for his revenge. You know,
Mhm.
the playoffs last year.
But their defense isn't what they used to be. That Bills
True. Buffalo. Oh yeah, true.
falling hard, especially when you saw it against the Detroit Lions. I know they have a great offense, but still, you'd be able to stop.
So you can make that case for the Chiefs.
Yeah, but if you watch,
Chiefs has always had a mediocre to subpar defense as soon as Pat Mahomes has been there.
Let me ask you
Besides
this:
their Super Bowl year,
do you trust Pat Mahomes making that last drive for that touchdown, or you trust Josh Allen more?
Patrick Mahomes, because it's tried.
Patrick Mahomes. But I will say, it was weird. The only time I've watched Patrick Mahomes a lot. The only time I've seen him struggle was literally that Super Bowl game.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it turned real dark over there.
Yo, you guys hear me? All right. Good.
You looked like the demon that freaking Aaron Rodgers sees in his trips.
Hey man.
So what is it called? The
ayahuasca?
What's that drug called? Yeah, ayahuasca.
It's not a drug, it's a plant. It's not a drug, it's a plant, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, dude. On your zen, bro. Oh, Chargers, Rams. I was wrong. The Rams failed me.
Baker
played well.
here.
Played well. He's still a boy. He's still part of the Four Horsemen Club.
Yeah, he's still the
Still
guy.
part of the Four Horsemen. You got to get like that spinning. Like if you have them like rotating in the
Yeah.
background, that'd be sweet. That'd be a sick
cool.
backdrop for like us talking and then the thing just spinning in the background.
Sure, let me just go spend some time and money doing that.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's
We'll
free.
reimburse you.
What do you got? A MacBook over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Flip out.
Sure, when I have free time, I'll invest in that. You
It's
got
not
it.
like that was a weird flex if you say you don't have free time.
I really don't, but
Yeah, no, that's why you said with all my free time.
What is this right now? This is free time literally right now.
This is work. What do you mean? He's an intern.
Right. the unpaid intern over here.
The unpaid intern. He's pissed.
Kyle, does Antoinette watch the podcast at all or no?
I did show her when I was on last week, and then her big question was, did they hear me when I was upset? And I was like, no, not really.
Yes.
Yeah, we heard you.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
But it's all good.
I listened to it. I wasn't going to tell her that, you could kind of hear you on the pod, but,
She's not gonna listen to this.
No. Out of like what, the 20 people that listen?
149 this week, buddy, old pal. 149 views.
This man in the Longhorns hat fucking stuck his neck out to have you on for a full episode today.
Hey,
that is true. I did.
I'm happy to be here, and I hope you invite me on next time. I hope I'm contributing a little bit, and not just sitting here.
You haven't even fired off questions yet.
We haven't hit question time, and you've been kind of hitting my hard hit questions.
That's
honestly,
right.
Yeah, we've been hitting them.
We've been going.
We always do that.
Good. You've been actually pretty good, Kyle. You've been pretty good. But damn, son, put the gat away.
Oh. Hey, I believe in the pod.
20 views. Get out of here, dude.
Not right. Out of here. Not fucking right. Disrespect.
I'm sorry. Collins, what was your point with the Chargers-Rams game besides...
No, that's all right. I didn't have one.
No?
Not anymore. Not if you're disrespectful to the pod.
Oh, my God. Wait, I got a question for you. Do you think Justin Herbert's still hurt, or do you think he's kind of making his way back? Because after that injury, he wasn't really the same for a couple games. And do you think he's going to be able to really make that big playoff push? I know Pat says that Chargers team is very low on experience, but you're going to rely on Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler.
Yeah, no. Pat, to counter you with the experience thing, we said the same thing last year about the Cincinnati Bengals.
True.
With that team.
That is very
obviously,
true.
But obviously, we also have to take that with a grain of salt because that doesn't happen every year. You know what I mean?
No,
It doesn't happen as often as it should, I should say. But experience, lack thereof, is very important to weigh in. But yeah, I would still count. Like, I could see Herbert beating like the first round because they're the fifth seed. I could see them up like.
Yeah,
it's very likely a chance they'll beat the Jaguars. Or the Titans, whoever.
Yeah. But I will say the big difference is the Bengals defense was playing great. I don't think the Chargers defense has been really playing that great. If we're drawing comparison, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then would you rather have Jamar Chase or Tee Higgins or Keenan Allen and Mike Williams on your wings? One side, you guys kind of one side's kind of like route running and size. The other one is just spear. True. And then the other side is literally just speed kills, Right.
No, that's a fair point. Very valid. Very valid.
But
there's always a wild card spot that will do it. Yeah.
No, but honestly, I wouldn't mind Justin Herbert tearing it up and then, proving he's not a social media quarterback. I'd love that. That'd be great.
It's true. I will say this though, that something that nobody's ever that's talking about, and this is to loop back to the beginning, with the game with the Bengals and the Bills being in limbo. But the Bengals-Ravens this weekend had a lot of stakes on the line if Cincinnati were to lose to Buffalo. So now this is like a lull of like, it's tough. And the Ravens team obviously isn't like the same without Lamar, but they're still kind of doable with like getting a win. So, because I think if it were to come down to it, because if say Cincinnati were to lose to Buffalo, I think and Baltimore beat Cincinnati, Baltimore would have had the higher seed.
Yeah.
Is Lamar healthy though? I don't think he hasn't practiced.
No, he hasn't practiced. I don't know what they haven't even said much about him.
They're saving him for the playoffs probably. They're gonna lock him, dude. I'm surprised the Ravens been grinding out wins though.
Yeah. Did you watch the game?
A backup quarterback. I did not.
That was an electric game. That was a classic Steelers Ravens game. That brought me back to like Troy Polamalu.
AFC North.
Yeah, dude, it was just cold, hard-hitting, smash mouth football, like low scoring. Oh, it was electric.
It's crazy though now to think that NFL has changed too, but like the AFC North, like when I was growing up, it was like number one defenses. You know what I'm saying? Like top defenses, and the offenses were more like, like a step behind. No, like a step behind the defense. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like changed up, and then you got Big Ben with the killer bees, and then took a step up, and then Lamar Jackson now. It's crazy. It's crazy how the NFL changes.
It really does.
You think Lamar's leaving next year or no?
Yeah. They don't pay him.
I don't know. I don't know if Lamar can leave. Like, maybe. And actually, take that back, because I was gonna say, I don't think Lamar could find another team that will fully accept his type of style, like the way the Ravens have. Like the Ravens went full in. They went from Flacco having like a pocket passer guy to when they drafted him, they completely abandoned that ship. Stopped paying their receivers and just started loading up on linemen and running backs. Like, think about the running backs that they've had throughout the years there since Lamar's been there.
I could see the Jets like taking a stab at him. I don't know if he'd ever want to go there.
I'll tell you who the Jets are going to get. Probably going to be Derek Carr or Jimmy G.
It's
going to be one of those two, because if I'm the Jets, I'd stop drafting quarterbacks because your track record does not prove it that it's there.
Nope.
And you're also you're also going to be, for the first time in a while, going to be drafting at a higher position than a lower one. So quarterback probably not going to be there. And so I think Derek Carr, Jimmy G is probably going to be your guy.
I'd hope for Jimmy G. I'm not a really big fan of Derek Carr.
Yeah. Dark horse, though,
I'd have to root for the Jets.
Andy Dalton.
I'd have to root for the Jets. Andy Dalton's been solid.
Yeah.
He's been solid this year. And now, actually, dark horse, they're saying for Lamar and Saints. Dark horse.
Wow. I think if Lamar goes to the Saints, I think you see Sean Payton go to the Saints.
Yeah. Going back. That'd be fun.
That'd be great. I think that's, like, if that was to happen, you just dupe everybody.
Yeah. I mean, Saints. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I wouldn't mind going the Jets. I wouldn't mind going to the Jets. You're gonna have a good running back. The O line's getting better. Breece Hall's coming back. You got Garrett Wilson, who looks like a stud. Elijah Moore, underrated. I think he could be very good. And they're building something good over there. You have two solid tight ends, Conklin and Uzma, which I don't think they use him that much, Uzma, but they should.
They're paying him a shit ton of money to not do anything with
exactly.
Him. And I'll tell you what's
happening. And you have a solid defense.
So I think people are calling for Saleh to get fired. I'm not doing that here. Nick Saleh's a solid coach for that team. But the offensive coordinator's got to step it up, because he's the guy that held this team back. It wasn't so much the players, besides Zach Wilson on Thursday night game against Jacksonville, but that play calling is atrocious. All the way from that Minnesota game all the way to this week in Seattle. That play calling is god awful. And it all falls on Mike LaFleur's shoulders.
I agree.
That's fair.
So he's got to step it up, and why not a week to do it against the Dolphins?
But here's like my take. I think Robert Saleh is a great coach, and you could see he's turned that team around in 2 years. He's been head coach. I don't think the Jets have been even close to making the playoffs in a long time. I don't think even like they were
2015 when Todd Bowles took over. But that was also a Rex Ryan team, and they missed the playoffs. They went 10-6.
Yeah, but you could see how
tough track record. Josh McCown's year, right, where he popped off.
Yeah,
they played out of their minds that year. Yeah,
I personally don't think Todd Bowles is a great head coach. I think he's a great defensive coordinator, in my opinion.
Yep,
but I think Robert Saleh is the coach that you need as a Jet fan. I think he's the best thing. I agree with you. I think LaFleur sucks. Like, that play calling that the Jets have is honestly just the worst of all time.
And with the owner that you have in New York with Woody Johnson, that's like Saleh is probably the only guy to, like, he's shown that he could work with Woody Johnson. To where these other previous coaches like Adam Gase, Todd Bowles, Rex Ryan, that relationship got fucked. Like, it's hard to work with Woody Johnson.
Yeah.
Because he got too greedy with that AFC title game.
But I think LaFleur kind of let you down in the play calling this week.
Oh, yeah.
They had the shot to do it. And, with this Miami team that's being so hurt that they're on a third string quarterback, I think they could pull it off. Because I don't.
I mean, they beat them earlier in the year with the same situation. They
Yeah.
beat up on Dolphins against Teddy B and Skylar Thompson.
Skylar Thompson's nothing special. You know, I feel like he gets very scared under pressure. Can't really throw it to Tyreek as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a backup, so.
You know who
Also,
they're
he's not really throwing
after?
with. He's not really throwing with those first team guys.
You know who the back who Skylar Thompson is?
Jack
Who?
Cohen.
I think it's Cedric Wilson, wide receiver who came from the Cowboys.
There we go. It's like Jacoby Myers is like the backup for the Pats.
He had a nice game this week.
Yeah.
Yo,
Well,
was he good after that hit?
Nah.
That was wild.
Getting some stars. Pats. What did I tell you though a couple weeks ago?
You said it.
What did I tell you? They were gonna win. They were gonna win against the Dolphins, and they were gonna make me hope again because that's what they do. And then they crushed me.
Yep.
We'll see. I have a lot of hope though.
I think they're gonna do it.
You and I.
We're rolling. We're riding. I will say this week, dude, it's crazy though. As much as the defense plays poorly at times, it's the main reason why they win games. Like they do not.
Dude, Jabril Peppers Bill has channeled Jabril Peppers like he's back in Michigan.
Yep.
He's playing at an all-time level. Like he didn't even play that well against the Giants. With the Giants, not against.
Yeah. With the I know they're a little banged up on defense, but still, I mean, Teddy Bridgewater comes in town, you should be shutting him down. I'm sorry. I know he's a very good backup. And the other backup, Thompson, you should be shutting him down. He was moving the ball on you.
They scored with you.
I will say 7 defensive touchdowns for the year. That's crazy. Last 2 seasons combined, they've had 3 and 2. Insane. And their defense last year was supposed to be like one of the best defenses. Remember that? And then they went and got destroyed by the Bills. But I will say, I like this offense last week. I liked how they kind of used the speed, and I like Damian Harris back. Adds another element to the run game. I like Damian Harris. I like Tyquan Thornton. They need to use him more. Young, speedy guy. I like it. But they're gonna crush my heart next week. I feel it. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say about the Pats.
Wait, I got a question for you, Pat.
Yeah.
Watching that game, I see Bailey Zappi all the time. He's always putting his helmet on, acting like he's going to go out there for Mac Jones. I know you like Mac, but do you think he has what it takes to be a playoff quarterback?
Who, Bailey Zappi?
No, Mac Jones.
I don't think it's ever since Bailey plateaued after that, when he had that pop against the Bears. And then plateaued. I don't think there's been very times where Bill was like, I'm seriously going to put him back in. I think, Matt, you got to roll with Mac. You got to, live or die through Mac. So, at this point.
He hasn't played bad football.
No, he hasn't. And
one turnover in the last 7-8 games.
No, I mean, like, he's been a great game manager when they need, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they need him to do. So, but I mean, if Tom Brady wants to come back in the offseason, welcome with open arms.
He's going to Vegas.
Give him a year of tutelage, teach Mac, and then retire.
See, if he was a classy guy, he'd do that, but he's not.
He'll
never pay it forward.
I would have
think about it. He put his career over his family. Everybody's got to remember that.
True.
Time out. But like, wouldn't you retire after you won the Super Bowl with the Bucs? Like, you proved everything. You don't have to do anything in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most logical thing. But it is what it is.
We're not him.
Yeah. He also has $345 million waiting for him at Fox. So.
Well, he does.
Yeah.
But
it's not a bad time to be Tom Brady.
Yeah, but
he's got options.
Yeah, he has no family now. Like.
By the time he goes into the broadcasting, they might not even have NFL rights.
Amazon will steal it all.
Honestly.
Yo, I hope not. That shit sucks. Why am I paying for fucking the streaming when I still get commercials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Now it's just cable now. Again.
That's literally all it is. Another topic that we haven't really touched on, but the coaching market is, we're at that time. Black Monday is going to be a week from today. Black Monday's coming. Let's get some predictions on who's getting fired, who's on the hot seat, who's safe, who's coming in, who's saving a franchise, who's not saving a franchise. Pat, who do you got?
I hate to say it because I personally like the guy, but I think it's time. Ron Rivera is getting axed.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think it's time. I don't know.
It's hard to because of how he had that team rally, but also I want to know the logic and why you benched Heineke for
Exactly. So that's reason number one. I don't think Jeff Saturday gets fired. I just don't think they bring him back. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, definitely not.
Yeah, I think it's more going to be like they hire another head coach.
Yes.
Saturday probably gone. Who else? I think Staley is safe because they made the playoffs. I think who else? Dan Campbell on this run saved him. He's fine. Very safe. Tough. I think I honestly, depending how the Bucks do, you gotta look at Bowles.
I think he's done.
If they're first round, if they get in and their first round exit, I think you got to move on.
Yep.
You could see the struggling with him being in the head coaching role, like last year and this year, night and day. And it comes back to the point made. He's just not a head coach guy. You know, there's nothing wrong with like.
Dude, why would you hire a losing head coach? The Jets did it with Adam Gase. Why would you hire that guy?
Quarterback whisperer.
Todd Bowles was 5 years with the Jets. He had one winning season. They didn't make the playoffs. Every other year besides that, 6-10. That's why I call him 6-10 Todd Bowles.
The only guy, the guy that I'm like, I don't know, is Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think he's gone?
I think he's gone because I think you're going to see a choice that they don't even have a GM right now. So it's all up to the owner. And I think he's going to pick between the guy he's paying $150 million a year, play quarterback, or the coach that he can just continue to pay out and get rid of the headache so his quarterback could be happy. I think that's what you're probably going to see. And I don't think Kingsbury did a terrible idea. I just don't think the players, specifically Murray, bought into what he was selling this year. And it was evident.
Yeah.
Because that team should have been 10 times better.
I think he's done.
True.
You have DeAndre Hopkins. You have Zach Ertz.
DeAndre Hopkins, yeah.
Like, you also have Marquise Goodwin when he's healthy, Hollywood Brown. So, you know, I think you have all those pieces there, and it's like you said, you got to buy into that coach. If you don't like that coach and it's not gelling well, and you can see with their record.
So here's the thing. This is where it gets interesting with the Cardinals, right? Because let's be real, I think Kingsbury's probably gone. They have to hire a new GM and a new head coach. That GM is hiring his own coach, and that coach is inheriting, and that GM is also inheriting those players and those players' contracts. DeAndre Hopkins' contract, if you're a GM coming in trying to save money, trying to look for the long haul, you're probably going to get rid of DeAndre Hopkins this offseason.
Yep.
And you're also probably going to get rid of, what's that guy's name? Zach Ertz.
Yep.
So.
I agree.
You know?
He's a good tight
end. Solid tight end, but his contract just isn't there. Because they traded for him from Philly.
The new GM will clean house, build around Kyler. They'll keep Hollywood Brown, obviously, because he actually produced very well for them. Played very well. So
probably the best year, yeah.
Yeah. What other coaches? I can't think of any other. What do you think? What coaches, Nick, do you think?
I think pretty much you nailed it.
What
I
about
could definitely I think the Colts job is open.
I
Broncos.
think Wilkes keeps Panthers.
Hey, I hope I think I said this a few weeks ago, Pat. I think hopefully Carolina looks at what the Raiders didn't do last offseason with Bisaccia and they retain this guy, even if it's for 1-2 years. Like that these guys are buying into what he's selling. So you just got to keep that ball going. I know hey, they were in that game up until the end and they could have won the division last week. If you were to tell me week 4 after Matt Rule got fired that they were going to be fighting for a division, I would have said, what drug am I on? So I think you have to sign him. I think a coach you might see get clipped is Lovie Smith from Houston.
I was just about to bring that one.
As much as it's almost unfair, but they kind of took a step back from where I think they won 3 or 4 games last year. Now they're just going to win 2 or 3, 3 at best, 2 worst. So I think he's probably going to go. What's that?
There's nothing on that team though. You don't have a great quarterback. You really have no.
Brandon Cooks is your only guy.
Yeah, but he doesn't even want to play.
They're probably a guy.
Yep. Yeah, he doesn't want to play there.
He's done.
No.
But yeah, I think pretty much what you said. Ron Rivera's done.
Yeah, got to move on.
Yeah, I think you want I think what you just the list you just put is perfect. Who I think will get hired in those spots. I think we might see a very likelihood Jim Harbaugh goes to Denver or Indianapolis. Denver's going to be swinging big for a big coach. You think he's staying?
I think. Yeah.
Really?
I don't think he's leaving college. No, I think he's staying at Michigan.
Really? Even though he had success at the NFL level?
Yeah. No, I saw a couple on Twitter saying that. A couple sources. The guy that I actually do follow is pretty good with this shit. So, but who knows? Maybe he's not tapped in as much as he thinks he is. But no, I think he stays at Michigan.
I like it.
Can't go. Hey, he's having success there. So why would you leave?
Oh, very true. Very true.
All right, Pat. Do you think Josh McDaniels goes?
No, he's fine.
It was, but if he never benched Derek Carr, he was going.
Yeah. I just think that's all they really need.
Stidham's performance last week saved him.
Yep, and I think now that Brady with the rumor mill with Brady and how Brady almost went to Vegas the first time, I think you'll see that gives him a glimmer of hope. Where do you think Sean Payton goes?
That's the only bargaining chip that the Raiders would have. They have Devontae Adams and they have Josh McDaniels. That's the only 2 reasons why he would go there. So
Darren Waller.
No, I know, but I'm saying the 2, big chips because McDaniel, Brady will always play with McDaniels.
Yeah, that's true.
And that would be an ultimate fuck you to Bill Belichick if he did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What do you think about Sean McVay?
I think he's gonna get fired, but I think it might. I don't know. It all depends on if Stafford comes back and if Darnold comes back.
But
yeah,
you think Stafford's going to be healthy though? It's kind of a major injury he has.
Yeah, spinal contusion is tough, and especially what happened last night. I'm sure it got his football mortality. Looking at it in his face right now.
He's got the Little Caesars commercials. He's okay. He makes enough money. You know which coach I really like though is head coach of the Detroit Lions.
MCDC?
Dan Campbell.
I like
Motor City Dan Campbell?
Dan Campbell.
Yep.
I like Dan Campbell a lot.
I'm glad. I'm glad he's gonna be coaching with the Lions next year.
Yeah.
Again, building on another successful season and what he is doing. So I like it. This little run saved him, and I'm glad it did because those guys like playing for him. So
I wonder if what's his name? I wonder if
who do you think goes for the Broncos?
That's what I was just thinking. But I had a coach in mind Who's the Eric Bieniemy? I don't think he's going to go to Denver per se, but I'm just thinking like there hasn't been much buzz about him, and he always interviewed for those jobs, but then it kind of just dissipated, right?
Well, now they're saying he doesn't even call the offensive play calls.
Yeah, not anymore. I don't think. I think it's all Andy Reid.
Yeah,
Or
no, they're
it's Nagy.
saying that.
Nagy, right?
No, Reid.
Oh shit.
Because the Kelsey, the brothers podcast he was talking about, and Travis is like, no, he goes, it's a couple times I went to the sideline, and Reid goes, why are you in this? This is your play. Like, I'm calling this for you, basically. And Reid would be like, why are you on the sideline right now?
Oh shit.
But so I think Reid's still calling out because that's I mean that's what he's known for anyways. But
oh yeah, that fucking giant ass menu.
Yeah.
Do you think Pete Carroll retires?
Oh, that's a tough question.
If he makes the playoffs, yes.
If he makes the playoffs, yes.
I feel like if he makes the playoffs and has like a decent playoff run, he will retire.
I don't think he will.
I don't know. Did him ditching Russ Wilson extend his football life? That's the question that's got to be answered.
I will say this though. I want to know something here. Russell Wilson getting so much hate, regardless of his play, sucks this year, right? We'll see when he come back next year, see how you are. But why is everybody shitting on him on like the type of person he is at the podium and all this shit? Like, I just haven't made sense of it.
Just easy to make fun of him.
So it's easy to make fun of him, and he does everything the right way, and that rubs people the wrong way in this world because everyone, let's face it, human nature, we're all pieces of shit at the end of the day. It's whether we do we choose to do good things or we choose not to. We're all selfish at the end of the day. We all have our selfish stuff we need to, you know what I'm saying? And we see that shit and we're like, oh, this fucking guy's not for real. Fuck that guy. He's not like relatable at all. So that's why he's easily.
Gotcha. That's what I kind of figured. I just wasn't sure if I missed something, like I missed an event or something.
No, and does he have it? Does he deserve probably to get this much hate? No, but I think if he was playing well, people would probably be still making fun of him because he's corny. But I don't think it would be to this magnitude if he was playing, like how he usually plays.
I also think it's, in my opinion, like you see all the players coming back and like how they talk shit. Like I don't know, they fucking just shitting on this dude and him playing shitty. It's just a shitty. You know what I mean? Like all his former teammates and shit.
It's just kicking a man while he's down, Right.
It's like you feel better about yourself.
Yeah. It's probably not right at the end of the day, but yeah, and then you see people like Deshaun Watson who players won't say a peep about. They won't say anything about him. But this guy, he has his own danger witch at Subway. Oh yeah, let's make fun of that. This guy in Cleveland got away with so much shit, but let's not bring that up.
Yep. No, it's true.
That's so true. Trolls at its finest.
Yeah, dude. And what it is Pat said it right. It's like fucking people just kicking man while he's down, one, but also how we are in this world and society is we see somebody being successful, not fucking it up the platform that he's built for himself, because we all want to be successful one day. He has a beautiful family, build himself a great career from being a third overall pick. That's what people forget. This dude was a nobody. Matt Flynn was supposed to be the quarterback, or Tavares Jackson, and this dude came out of nowhere and took that job. 2 years later, won them a Super Bowl, took him back to a Super Bowl. Yeah, we know what happened in the end zone, but still kept that team relevant. That team hasn't been relevant since 2005 with Matt Hasselbeck. Like, that's what people have to remember. Like, and everybody in Seattle, like Richard Sherman, yeah, man, like you're a great corner. Your defense led you. Defense wins championships. Everybody says that, but you wouldn't be scoring points and winning games without him leading the helm of that offense. So you can talk trash about him all you want, but at the end of the day, fucking, he still got you those accolades that you have on your resume, brother.
Yeah. It's just at the end of the day, if people believe it's too good to be real, they don't want to believe it.
Yep, that's true too.
So
that's true.
Yeah, it's not fair. He's a good dude, but He probably is a great dude at the end of the day, but
Oh yeah, because I
I-
say that because I'm thinking about the podium when he was starting to tear up and shit with all his players that came out to
Yeah.
defend him. It was like that didn't look fake to me.
yeah. It's just like I think he's had like such a different background than most of the players have, like in their life. So it's like he's not really relatable to these guys in the locker room. So that's probably why. Like Seattle, the defense probably didn't relate to him at all, and they're like, that's
No.
why.
Yeah.
There's a lot of poor taste in their mouth and stuff.
Right. Agreed.
So we're already an hour and 14 in. Should we just go hop into our final week takes?
Hold on, wait. I have to make an announcement.
Oh,
Patrick Moore is the champion of the fantasy football group.
Woo!
good shit,
My
Pat.
Mickey Mouse trophy. My Mickey Mouse trophy.
Mickey Mouse trophy. Where is it?
I don't know. Woo!
Monitor wipes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, hey. I'm the champ that runs the camp. I'm the face that runs the place.
Oh,
And he's in George Kittle.
And fuck you, Kyle. That was my revenge season, and it was because of you.
You're welcome. Glad to be the fool.
That was awesome. I beat you in all 3 matchups this year. That's all I cared about. That was my Super Bowl.
Well, it's not like my team was that great either, so.
And then I could make that the Grim Reaper meme that I made. That was awesome.
I was dying to laugh. I was dying when you did me that. But can we do mailbag real quick?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we already talked about Wentz or Heineke, and we already talked about Dobbs. Do you think playoff Brady's coming?
Yes.
Last week, the whole show.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Watch out. Buckle up. He's back.
And
He's getting hot at the right time.
But going off the Bucks, Mike Evans and the most underrated receiver.
No.
Why?
Because we've known about him. We know he's good.
Yeah.
This is an off year for him.
Yeah,
this actually was.
he still had 1,000 yards.
I personally hate Mike Evans because I've had him in fantasy and he screwed me over so many times. But I have a personal vendetta. But no, he's been solid. One of the most solid, consistent wide receivers if you want to talk about yardage and consistency. But yeah, no, underrated. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What happens to Trey Lance next year?
Ooh, that is a good question.
He just had another
They got
surgery in his ankle.
He did.
Do you think? I think you spent that high of a draft pick. You got to give him another chance, though.
Brock
But
Purdy,
if-
though.
all right, so hypothetical here. Either Brock Purdy or Jimmy G leads you to the Super Bowl and you win it. Do you pull Philadelphia Eagles and you still go with your guy who you don't know much on? Right? Because that's what the Eagles did with Foles and Wentz.
Yeah.
It didn't have much success. Still got back to the playoffs, but that was when the East was down. Or you keep the guy that led you there and won it.
Got to keep the guy.
I-
Hot hand.
I
it's
believe
tough.
Trey Lance sucks. So I just don't think he's that great.
I
Then
don't
again,
think he's- Yeah.
what were you saying?
We
I
haven't
don't
seen enough of him.
I don't see enough of him to suck. I just don't think he fits in that offense.
No.
I think he
I
tries to
agree,
make.
yeah.
I think he tries to make the big plays. When in that offense, the big plays aren't from the quarterback.
Yeah.
True. I agree.
I think I agree with Collins or Pat. If he wins, does everything, you roll with him, and you maybe let Trey Lance develop. But I just don't think he's at that role yet where he could really be that star quarterback you mold around.
Yeah, and I also think Brock Purdy, regardless of what happens to him, I think is in a great position with or on another team other than the 49ers.
All right, I got 2 more.
We got
How many more head injuries do you think Tua can take before something has to happen? Before someone steps in?
It's a tough question.
He's got 2 or 3 this season.
Yeah.
If Kyle, put this in an analogy way, best I can. If you couldn't move anymore, but you still loved working on your Mustang, right?
Yeah.
Or, sorry, how about this? The Mustang was so rusted that you were still working on it, but it really wasn't salvageable.
Uh-huh.
And would you walk away from it willingly? Or how would you feel with somebody coming to you and saying, I think you should give it up? Would you listen to that individual?
I guess it's tough.
Knowing the history that you have with the vehicle,
Ky-
knowing the
First off,
passion,
Kyle
the
is-
blood, sweat, and tears that you put into the vehicle to make it run so smooth, so quick, so fast.
Yeah.
Kyle is the most stubborn person I've ever met. So yeah, no, he's gonna do fucking keep working on a Mustang.
Right.
Yeah.
So think about that, and think about NFL quarterback at the highest level, playing at a high level, walking away.
Finally,
No, I'm with
finally
you. I'm with
finding
you. I don't. Do I think it's worth it? Definitely not. Considering, especially
money, you know.
if I'm Tua, right now, and I don't want to bring this up again, but what happened last night and how everything stopped, and what had happened to me in week 8 or week 4 or 5, and how they continue to play. Was that has to tell you that what the NFL thinks of every single player.
They don't give a shit.
No, they don't.
You're just a number.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, for Zach Taylor and Sean McDermott to do that last night is awesome, and that I think it's very rare that you'll see that again. But
yeah,
if I'm Tua, you have to take that into consideration. That I think my health long term is better than what this game will give me. I think look at Andrew Luck, prime example of that. Beat himself up to where he couldn't walk, couldn't throw, and was 28, 27, and was like, fuck this.
Yeah. No, I think you hit the money on that one. It's hard for people to give up the game that they love, but there's a point in time where you have to think about your long term. Tua's only, he's probably about our age, close to probably maybe I don't know how old, but you have your whole life ahead of you. If you want to really be that type of person, that's not going to be your full self, just because you got that extra game.
Yep.
I think he needs to probably do more precautions, possibly maybe get a better freaking helmet or something. But there's a point in time where you have to just be like, I can't do this anymore, and every head injury he gets is just going to be more and more prominent.
Yeah,
so that's the thing.
Cool.
I guess there has to be an understanding between him, the coach, the team, to get a better understanding on my safety is probably the most important thing. It's not worth. It's like this: you could have all the freaking cash in the world, but if you can't move, it's not really worth anything to you.
Yep.
So you could be you could be a billionaire who's a vegetable, and unfortunately, you got to find that line that kind of works for you.
Damn straight. Well said, Kyle.
Thank you. That'll end my mailbag.
That's the last one?
I was going to ask about this. Which one do you really think for the AFC playoff spot? I want to get your last takes. Pats, Dolphins, Steelers. I think Pats.
Patriots. I'm going.
Collins, you got Steelers?
I'll get fun. Yeah, I'll go Steelers, but I think Pats.
Fuck you. You motherfucker.
You're rooting against the Giants all year, dude.
Yeah, but guess what? You're in the playoffs, so you're welcome. I rooted for the Patriots, and they suck.
Oh, dude, shut up about sucking. You don't know what sucking is.
Oh,
you don't know what sucking is.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Cam Newton try to throw a football?
Dude, you guys went 7-9. You ever go 3-13?
You see fucking
You ever
Cam
go
Newton throw a
2-14?
football?
You ever go 1-15?
Cam Newton. Oh,
you ever draft in the top 5?
It's on the ground.
You ever draft in the top 5, top 10, top 15? No. You don't know anything about sucking.
Yeah, how many Super Bowls have the Pats got?
Exactly.
I'm a Jet fan. I only won one fucking Super Bowl.
With one of the worst quarterbacks of all time.
I don't know about that, Trent Dilfer.
Dude, no, look up Joe Namath's stats.
Yeah, but Trent Dilfer was awful.
I mean, I get it was a different time in football. Man threw 40 interceptions and threw for like 20 touchdowns. I think. I don't even think I think the numbers were that high.
He won the Super Bowl. He said we will win, and they won. He called it.
He did.
All right. We got to do our picks too, but I have a question for Nick Collins too.
We got.
I'll do it after we do our picks.
All right, sweet.
Mailbag's done. All right. Pat, what are your picks this week?
Oh my god. Man threw fucking one season, he fucking threw 19 touchdowns and 27 interceptions.
Oh shit.
That could be worse.
That's insane.
That could be worse.
Jameis Winston. What are we doing picks? Obviously, first one. Patriots getting into the playoffs, beating the Bills, underdog. Boom! And then my second one, I have to look at these matchups. Now it's like, I don't even know who's resting who now, you know?
Yeah, and they haven't said anything today, too.
You know, it's going to be a shit show of a game is Texans-Colts. That's a fucking shitty game.
That's a good game. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that is.
Good level game.
Cardinals over the Niners.
Oof.
Those are my two. Last week, man.
Who do you like there, Kyle?
I'm trying to think. I believe Baker. Rams over Seahawks.
Ooh.
And let's see. I'll say Bucks over Falcons.
I like it.
That's not really an underdog, but
Hey, if you want to go an
That's
underdog,
all right. No, that's all right, Kyle.
You know what? Pats versus Bills. I put money on it. I'll take it.
I'm going.
let's ride.
Oh, Broncos, Chargers. Broncos over the Chargers, sorry. And tough one. It's a very good one. Colts over the Texans.
All right, Collins. Switching sports. UFC. Your boy. What is going on with your boy?
Dude,
Dana White.
Wild
What
shit.
is he doing?
Wild shit. He's bugging out. Did you watch the video?
Not a good look. Yep.
Pretty fucked.
Not a good look.
No, not at all. Especially with the slap league coming out. Yeah, I have nothing to say about it. I don't know.
That's fucked.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen with him, too. I don't think anything is because he runs the show. Like, he doesn't report to anybody. I mean, he does, but only like.
Do you think the fighters are gonna?
No.
I think they'll say some shit though.
Oh, they'll definitely say some shit for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think like they're gonna fucking cry and wish that I get this dude out of the organization and shit.
No, but I was saying more so like just like in their press conferences, like just talking shit.
Oh yeah.
About Dana White, yeah.
Ariel Helwani, whenever his next show is gonna eat that up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next 4 months.
Yep.
Every Dana hater is just gonna eat this up. So it's gonna be wild because that's like And the funny thing is, Dan Lebitard said this today. It was like ESPN hasn't touched this like they would against like how they did with any other NFL owner or Roger Goodell or
Yeah.
like because you know why? Like because they're right. The ESPN works with the NFL, whereas ESPN and UFC have a partnership,
Yep.
like a hard value contract to where ESPN owes UFC a fuck ton of money every month for a pay per view. So if they were to breach that contract, I'm sure there would be some money still given to UFC. Plus the height that the UFC is still in. You're gonna tell me Amazon, Peacock, Netflix, whoever's in the streaming game wouldn't eat that shit up.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the sad part. That's the sad part, though. I'm not saying that what he did was okay, and like he shouldn't be punished. But the business aspect of it is like, at the end of the day, it's like there isn't going to be much consequence coming from it. But here's my thing, and I don't know what is a consequence in the business world necessary, or do you think since it was between them two that it should be between them two? You know what I mean?
I think he should. He's got to go up against Francis Ngannou.
I like it. Get knocked down from the people.
Yeah. Just take one punch from him. One punch.
I like it.
It'll be even. No.
Him versus Jake Paul.
Oh. Yeah. Even though Jake Paul doesn't have a very good history with women either, but
nope.
He does not.
A lot of these famous people don't.
I got a question for both of you guys.
Wait,
is Conor McGregor ever gonna return?
I hope not.
No. But he looks like he's getting smaller though. You see that?
Yeah, he does.
So he must be getting tested. He must be getting back on the testing soon.
He's sucking down.
Yeah. I hope. I kind of want to see him one last time, but
yeah, I want to see him win.
He's an enigma.
Yeah,
I think he just
really is.
I think he just likes doing what he does, drinking whiskey, doing coke on his yacht,
talking nonsense.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. Too much nonsense. Take too much steroids.
Gentlemen, is that it for the pod?
Oh, another sport. Donovan Mitchell, 71 points. Still lost.
Yes.
That's rough.
Yeah. 71. And also, Luka has been going off too.
Yep.
Been dropping like 50 points a game. Yeah. NBA. Celtics still in the lead. They just lost to the Thunder 150 to like 117, I think.
Damn.
But yeah.
Hey, Pat.
Still on top, though.
I got one. New sport. Denver's coming back. 1-year contract.
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's just to avoid arbitration.
Yeah, but still.
He's coming back no matter what. Yeah. It's going to be... No. That's not good. They need to sign him long-term this offseason because once he hits free agency and sees the money he's going to get, he's gone.
Well, I know that, but, you have Evaldi now. You're getting there.
No, we don't have Evaldi. He left. No.
Oh.
He signed with I'm pretty sure he signed with the Rangers.
What? No, he didn't.
Yeah, we signed Corey Kluber.
Oh, Corey. I meant Kluber.
Yeah.
Yep. No,
hey, Pat, did you watch the Winter Classic?
No.
Really?
I watched.
I'm actually going to my first Bruins game, March 2nd.
You invite me?
I have one ticket. I haven't decided yet, but it's probably not going to be you.
I would go.
It was a Christmas present.
From who?
From my parents.
You only got one ticket?
Oh my God.
No, I got two.
Oh.
Who are they playing?
I just said. I think they're playing Sabres.
Good game.
Yeah.
What did you think? Collins? What did you think about the Pittsburgh jerseys? You like that or no? The big P on it looks kind of like the Pirates.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Because that's what they were trying to go for. It was like the whole baseball feel. Since it was at Fenway, and I thought the jackets on the coaches was stupid. I thought that was so dumb. Yeah, with the Peaky Blinders hats.
That's something Dylan would wear.
Great fucking show.
You should ask Dylan. Dylan would definitely talk about the Winter Classic. He loves that stuff.
Yeah. I don't think, if you didn't know how to work Skype, I don't think Dylan knows how to work Skype.
Hey, I got my background. Even though the words are backwards.
You have to tell me how to set that up. You gotta like show me that. How do I do that?
You just hit the little camera. Well, you also have to like screenshot the photo.
Can I save it and then just like upload it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like you add it to the background.
Oh, cool. All right, that.
We'll all have it next time.
Kyle, all right. How about this? All right, so it's all not the same. Flip it with the guys. Like put these two on the top. One of Pat gets one, and then you just make a new one for like Pat and myself.
Yeah, you'll have to. So you'll number. So the top left corner has to be the number their favorite quarterback.
Yeah.
So Collins would be Mariota in the top left. I would probably be Jimmy G, and then we both probably would have Baker 2, then probably Lamar bottom left 3. Well, Marcus would be bottom for me, but
see, I would go.
Fucking guy.
I would go Jimmy G, then Lamar, then Baker, then Mariota.
Mariota is
so better. The way you have it.
Mariota is better than Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield. Change my mind.
All right. On that note, the podcast is over. All right. Until next time, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, Kyle. Thank you for totally forgot.
Yep, Kyle.
You're such a regular on the show. I forgot. Thank you for your time here. Hope to see you on the pod.
We will have
in the future.
Nicholas Rizzi debut on the pod next week for a playoff preview about the NFL, and that will be next week. We love you guys. Hopefully, you guys watched as much as you guys watched last time. And that's the pod. Yeah, only 20 people. Fuck you, Kyle. We're out.